6 things happened in the space of 3 hours. Darkness fell over the land in the middle of the day. A dying criminal received a promise that broke every rule about who deserves grace. A man said 2 words that ancient Rome used to mean a debt completely paid. A curtain weighing as much as a small wall tore itself in half. The ground split open and tombs broke apart. And a Roman soldier, trained to feel nothing, said something that has echoed for 2,000 years. Most people know one of these things. Almost nobody knows they all happened within the same 3 hours. By the end of this video, you will understand how they fit together, and why all 6 of them were for you. It was 9 in the morning when Jesus was nailed to the cross. The sun was fully up. The sky was clear. By noon, everything changed. The sky went dark, not cloudy. Dark. A Roman historian named Thallus, writing decades later, recorded an unusual darkness during this exact period and tried to explain it as a solar eclipse. But a solar eclipse is physically impossible during a full moon, and the crucifixion happened during Passover, which always falls on a full moon. Another historian, Phlegon, recorded an extraordinary darkness and earthquake during the reign of Tiberius Caesar, the exact emperor ruling at the time. These were not Christian writers. These were Roman historians, recording something they could not explain. For 3 hours, the sky above Jerusalem went dark, and underneath that darkness, 5 more things were about to happen. The first of them happened on a cross, to a man who didn't deserve any of it. 2 criminals were crucified beside Jesus. One mocked him, the other turned and said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." 7 words, no good works, no religious record, just a dying man asking not to be forgotten. And Jesus answered, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Not someday, today. The man had hours left to live. He could do nothing to earn it. And Jesus said today anyway, under that darkened sky, the least qualified person in Jerusalem received the most direct promise Jesus ever gave anyone. And an hour later, Jesus said something even stranger. 2 words that sounded like defeat, but were actually the opposite. As the darkness continued, Jesus said, "It is finished." In the original Greek, that's one word, Tetelestai. This wasn't a religious word. It was a financial and legal term used across the Roman world. When a debt was completely paid, the creditor stamped the certificate with one word, Tetelestai, paid in full. Archaeologists have found ancient papyrus documents from this exact period with that word stamped across them. So when Jesus cried out, loudly, not in a whisper, Tetelestai, he was making a legal declaration. Every debt, every failure, everything you carry alone and have never told anyone, stamped, paid in full, before you were even born. And the moment he said it, something happened in the temple that nobody could have staged or faked. At the exact moment Jesus died, the curtain in the temple tore from top to bottom. That curtain was estimated at 18 meters tall and 30 centimeters thick, the weight of a small wall. It separated the Holy of Holies, where only the high priest could enter once a year after extensive ritual cleansing. It tore from the top, where only something from above could reach. At the same moment, the earth shook, rocks split, tombs cut into the hillsides broke open. Matthew records that the bodies of people who had died were raised, and after the resurrection appeared to many in the city. This was written for a Jewish audience during the most crowded week of the year, when Jerusalem's population multiplied for Passover. If it were false, thousands of living witnesses could have disproven it instantly. The barrier between God and people, torn. The ground itself, splitting. Creation responding to what had just been finished. And standing right at the foot of the cross was a man who had seen hundreds of executions and never said what he said next. Roman centurions were hardened by design. Crucifixions were routine to them. Just another execution. But this centurion watched the darkness, felt the earth shake, heard the cry, watched how Jesus died, And he said, "Truly this man was innocent." A trained Roman soldier, an enemy of everything Jesus represented, looking at a crucified man and declaring his innocence, out loud, in public, with his commanding officers standing right there. Of everyone present that day, disciples included, it was the executioner who said it first. 6 things, 3 hours, and every single one of them points to the same place, you. Darkness fell, because what was happening was worth darkening the sky for. A criminal was promised paradise before he had done a single good thing. A debt was declared paid in full before you existed to owe it. A curtain tore because the distance between you and God was finished. The ground split because creation could not stay silent. A soldier spoke the truth because even an enemy could see it. 6 things, 3 hours. And the thing you carry alone, the one you've never told anyone, was already covered before the sun even came back out. Tetelestai, paid in full. That's what those 3 hours were for. That's what they were for you.